from Ford Field in Detroit. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Williams now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Goff now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Oh, look at the juke. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wentz now to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From midfield. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. Down just shy of the 35.
Not to take it for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the second straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz in Washington, and may be the best receiver Wentz has had to throw to in his entire 7-year career. That connection yields a first down with that throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're
yardage. Six for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So his 1st sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd and 10, Goff. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Goff throwing again. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd down and 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive... The ball comes out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, well, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or 2. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary. Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. All fans of the Washington Commanders have been holding their collective breath to see how Chase Young returns from last season's torn ACL. If we see the 2020 Rookie of the Year back on the field, everyone who likes the garnet and gold will be awfully happy. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Goff. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now and 10-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Washington offense back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 21 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a play fake. Wentz. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. 10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
Now, this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. McKissick will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the gun, here's Swift. And yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jonathan Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Wentz. He completes this to Cole Turner. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Wentz now on first down. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Wentz. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Goff now to throw. Finding Williams once more. Complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From just shy of midfield, Goff forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And Shark calls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Goff on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. nicely. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here is Washington now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Wentz. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On 2nd and 9. Goff across the middle. He's got it complete to St. Brown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Goff. He's got this, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Detroit! Jamison Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Washington ready to try again on offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz flushed out right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And a Washington offense heading out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A handoff for Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz now to throw. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wins the throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And Detroit getting set to go now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. From the 50, it's Goff. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A carry for Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll go again with Gibson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now Gibson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Out left to Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Wentz. And this one too low. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down. Now Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down. Goff fighting Hockenson there for the Lion first. Again, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on 3rd down. It's caught by Funchess. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw. Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Flush it as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary. Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Here we go with Williams. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Washington on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Gibson again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So a victory here for the Commanders. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
They deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Commanders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault.